Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to another installment of An Old Testament Academic Reacts. In this video, we're going to do something rather differently in that I had this question that I had to answer last week, and I thought that it would be interesting to see what your answers were on this question. So, the question is, compare and contrast Job's curse on his birthday with that of Jeremiah. Do you think Job's curse uniquely functions within the context of the book? So, here is my answer. I think one of the things that jumps off the page here is that each of the writers lament the predicament, albeit described differently. The writer of Jeremiah calls out a false prophet after the priest has him arrested. And as a result, Jeremiah laments that he has been deceived by God using the cursing of the day of his birth. He thinks that everyone is after him, even after prophesying correctly that Judah will eventually fall to the Babylonians. And though the lament is the same, the language is different. Jeremiah describes this deception seemingly at the hands of the Lord in the form of war. It seems that Jeremiah describes cities in the aftermath of battle with bad news, an outcry in the morning, and an alarm at noon. He even compares the womb of his mother to that of a grave. Although Job does curse the day of his birth, the language is also different. Job harks back to creation with the absence of light, which was indicative of the chaos before creation. Job even invites a chaos creature, Leviathan, into the narrative in chapter 3, verse 8. And when compared against the backdrop of Jeremiah 20, I really do not think it is unique. Human suffering is indicative of the experience of humanity here. And we see it not only in Job, but we see it in Jeremiah and Genesis 37 through 50, with Joseph being sold into slavery, and we even see it in Gilgamesh and in Ludlul Bel-Nemeki, where their births in the surrounding Mesopotamian cultures, where suffering isn't unique, it's just part of the human experience. If you were to ask me, though, if Job's cursing the day of his birth were unique in that context, though, I would have said no, because of his overreacting. Being older now, I can say that his cursing of the day of his birth is unique here because he lost not only his house, he lost his livelihood, and he lost his children. So I can certainly relate to Job here, having lost my house and car because of a hurricane, the wind of God as it is expressed in the Hebrew in Job here. And it is stressful not only to lose a place to live, but also your livelihood, though I still have my family. So in that context, yes, his reaction to the circumstances is definitely unique. Well, guys, thank you for taking this time to enjoy or at least react to this video. And if you guys like this sort of thing, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will leave a link to my Patreon in the description below. As always, take care.